All right, here we are, guys. Now, one of the things I might do is I go up and check this pin, because this back pin, it's going to be pretty accessible, but this left one, I might want to use this cruiser for the side spin. And you can see, the last, if you want to check for alternate versions of this hole, that's what I ran into with the last one. But I should be able to get away with this hole rather easily with basic, because that pin is very accessible. It's not very challenging to go after that one. So that's what we're going to do here. I like, for the most part, trying to reserve balls for tournaments. And I'll show you why once we actually get to a couple tournaments. And I'm going to walk you guys through, show you how to do your ball really ball management and taking advantage of situations to really improve your tournament performance. Because that's where the good rewards are going to start coming in. So one of the things that you'll have to keep in mind, we are landing on a little bit of an upslope, so it's not going to want to roll out very much. On top of that, as to why it's not going to want to roll out, the headwind. This is a pretty massive headwind here. So what I'm going to do here is I'll probably play roughly about 2 rings or so, 2.5 per ring, give or take. We're going to pull maybe just a little bit beyond 2. Now, what I usually do is I focus on spots on the green grid. And if you need to zoom in a little bit more to see that, it will make it a little bit easier to do that. So it looks like I might have been just a hair light, but you can see, look how well that's checking up. So you can see it didn't even roll out to the hole, even with the limited ball guide. But at other times, you'll see that it rolls out massively. So it does get easier. When you get to the later clubs, it gets easier to predict that. And I'll show you that once we get to a little bit more advanced guides. But in the early going, I'm just trying to get you through. And with the limited guide, it's really, really challenging. But once you have a little bit more, once you start having, 60, 70 guides on a lot of this stuff, we can get a lot more dialed than I can do in these earlier tours. Okay, so good. I'm glad we got this one. This is kind of what I wanted to mention, because I mentioned about using this max line here. This is how I play this one. I'm thinking a little bit of a headwind. I usually go maybe 2, 2.25, somewhere right around here. So let's try this. You can see it is a little of a headwind. We're going to go just a little bit more than a ring. And using that max line is what makes this shot really easy and very straightforward. So there you can see we pick up our ultimate, and it's coming in, it's coming in, it's coming in, and we got it. So you can get through this tour rather easily if you can just focus on the technique and kind of memorizing these spins. But not only memorizing the spins, what if I have a tailwind? Then I'm going to crank that up to 3 backspin. I'm going to do kind of the same thing, but I'm also going to do the ring adjustment. So these are the things, and if it's a headwind, I'm going to have to take off that spin. I might use 0 spin. These are the things that and I won't be able to pull. So think about if it is a headwind straight into the face. I might need to use one backspin. I might need to use 0 and just not power it at all. Those are the things that you want to be thinking about for that hole. So keep that in mind. Good luck. I'll see you guys on the next one.